Hi all, welcome to round number 15 of the F1 2016 career mode with Manor. We are getting set for qualifying, guys. We've had a few good recent runs lately. Of course, we've had the success in Monza and Spa, and I fancy to maybe sneak some points here in Singapore. It's not one of my stronger circuits, Singapore, because it is offy like Monaco, but it's a real good test in terms of what to expect from a very street circuit. It is a very difficult test. Ultra softs will definitely be the tyre of choice. But if we can smash the like side before we start off, would be awesome. Simply champion, follow me on Twitter, GLegend. All the links are down below, guys. Try to blast through this as quick as we can, really, in all essence. But I think Singapore will probably more suit the Ferraris more than us, mainly because we haven't got the... I've not got the best cornering round here. I'm quite pretty horrific in all honesty, and I think the Ferraris just might have that little bit more in them, especially looking at vehicle performance in the R&D. But we're in a very rare position, which was in the reds, but also very low down on the grid. But this is something I am kind of fully expecting around Singapore, but it's a circuit I'm not the strongest with, but I'm sure coming to the later parts of the circuit, I might just be able to pull out the stops and get a healthy position on the grid, because we want to at least just achieve the objective and see from there. But kicking on a little bit here now, guys, I would say we are looking very healthy for maybe at least achieving the objective. We want to keep ahead of the line. We want to. Obviously, we're not going to beat rivals that are better than us, like Raikkonen or Vettel, because these guys are consistently going to be fighting on the front row of the grid, and unless we're on a track that's really going to suit us, then we're laughing. And also need to have a lot of luck on our side as well. But pushing towards that top half of the grid, but as in like 10th to 12th, but we're slowly getting there, guys. Not got much of the track left to go. Coming on to the final corner now. What do we get? We have got Raikkonen and pole by the looks of it, and we have sealed 9th. That will do very nicely. 9th is a healthy position. I wasn't 100% sure what we might end up with, but 9th will do us very nicely. So Raikkonen and Vettel front two, I kind of thought, because they look like the better car at the moment. Mercedes of Hamilton and Rosberg, Ricardo, then Alonso and Button 6th and 7th, who have shown a bit more promise this qualifying, and Wehrlein in 15th, so happy days for him. But Sauber and Renault.
Hello and welcome one and all to the shining streets of Singapore. Can you believe we've been coming here for nearly a decade now?
I thought it was
it feels like only
10-12 years they've been going for it, but it's always been an interesting circuit to have.
Eventful opening race.
So race strategy, guys, we have got the ultra softs and the super softs. I might hold out the ultra softs as long as possible. So we've got 3 red lights, 4, 5, and we're off for the Singapore Grand Prix, guys. Let's see what we can do with this first bend. There'll be fun and games to be had. We've snuck through, and we've held up well. But I think we got hit in the front there, but we might be lucky there. Jeff's not said anything right away, so that's kind of handy. And Ricardo, I might try and take my chances early to take him. If we can overtake him early, then it may help us out just to kind of play a hold up strategy on some of these guys. Because if we know if we can hold up guys like Ricardo, Button, etc. on a track that we aren't too strong, it may just play into our favour, especially if we're getting some points. But the big strategy that we're going to focus on, guys, is get these ultra softs on, keep them on for as long as possible. I personally don't think I'd last 9 to 10 laps on the super softs. So that's why I'm hoping if I can stretch the ultra softs just a little bit longer than required, then, especially if they've got the wear on it to survive an extra lap or two, then it would help. But I'll know as the race progresses, because that's kind of my ultimate fear, is tyre management is going to play a big factor in this race. And if we've got the tyres not dying out, say lap 13 or 14, but the they are there to survive the whole race, and it would be perfect. But so far, healthy first lap, sitting in 5th. We're not really building up a gap on Ricardo. We might be able to hold this till about lap 3, till when the DRS kicks in. That would be kind of ideal, but I know Ricardo may fancy his chances if he wants to overtake me as the race progresses. Right. Tyres are still holding out pretty well, I would say, at the moment. 38, 45, 31, 32. If I had my way, I would clearly just stay out, if you could, on one strategy, because I honestly think these tyres could just manage it. Obviously, I'd maybe eventually get caught up, but at the same time, if you think about it, if you double the tyre wear just now come lap 12, you'd have about 70-80%. They may just manage 3 more laps after it. It would actually make for interesting view and see what would happen. But it's a bit gutting you can't do just one strategy, just like stay out in one set of tyres. Obviously when you're doing longer races, then it kind of plays in your favour, but it's good to see others are just putting in just now, so we're kind of taking advantage of this and holding out a little bit longer. And we have got the race lead for now, which I was kind of not expecting, but Massa and I think Sainz too. Yeah, Massa, Sainz are both behind me, and we're going to pit in now, guys, because I think, oh, we've made a muck up there. I hate this pitch, to be honest. This will be fun to see where we come out. Doesn't look like too many are changing. Looks like a couple. So at the moment we've got to quickly get out. Hopefully keep ahead of Sainz. That's kind of the perfect. Right, so we're currently down in 7th. Raikkonen's in 6th. There's definitely a few cars ahead that are still due to pit. So we're right. Bottas, he's got us for 7th. Right. We're still doing quite healthy. Alonso's bearing down on us. He's kind of bared down on us for the last lap or two. But to be in 6th on a track that I'm not particularly strong at, guys, I would say I am actually quite happy with how this race has went. Even if Alonso were to take us, I wouldn't complain too much, because even anywhere that's healthy points is what you want. 3 seconds for Bottas being ahead. I'm not sure if I would even remotely get close to catching him. He's slowly built the gap since since I pitted, really. He wasn't that far ahead to kick off, and he's not really built up much of a gap, and we've just not got the pace to really compete with him. That's kind of the only letdown for us. But at the moment we are holding off Alonso for 6th. Oh, nearly made a mess of that there. That would have been all we need. Coming round to the pit straight, what have we got? 149.2. We've kind of just been consistent 148, so we would like to have pushed towards that 147 territory. But 148.3 is healthy enough. Seems like we have 2 cars trying to sneak down on us. Oh, went a bit hairy there. Went a bit hairy. Oh, see, that was because one mistake, and Alonso took us. Just obviously we were both connected, but that was not deliberate. That was just sheer accidental, because of it's kind of like the rebound off the barrier. But we've took 6 back, and luckily I don't think we've had any damage to that left side of the car. I was a bit worried there, especially at the speed we were going, it might have just hit the front wing, or the front wheel might have had a nick that could eventually lead to a puncture. But Massa and Alonso gone on their probably form that they were predicting, and we've made another mistake. We're kind of getting a bit slack now on the mistakes, and it's kind of proven now Verstappen's getting into the mix. So suddenly 6 is turning into a really interesting battle, and to be nearly 2 seconds down as well kind of says it all, and 5 seconds down on Bottas. Right, if we can manage to hold this together, we're laughing. Coming round, not got much to go. What can we work with? They're going to, I'm thinking they're going to try and take me, but it doesn't look like it. So we're coming round to the final corner, guys, and we are looking like we're wrapping up 6th in the Singapore Grand Prix. What a healthy result that is. I will take that any day of the week. It's been a great drive and we've done really well this race weekend. So Vettel, Hamilton, Raikkonen, Rosberg, Bottas for the top 5, then myself in 6th, Alonso 7th, Massa 8th, Verstappen 9th, Grosjean rounding off the points. So a very healthy drive from us. Ricardo down in 13th, not a great drive from him, but Kvyat down in 20th, two pits which weren't healthy, and Magnussen was the only retiree in the race. But as a whole, I would say we've had a very good race. A lot of collisions by the AI, especially on lap 3, because that seemed a bit of a shambolic lap. But all in all, I'm delighted with sealing 6th place, guys. Just keeps the push going rather nicely, and see how we can progress in the latter stages of the season. So hope you enjoyed this, guys. Remember to smash like, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GsLegend. Take it easy, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later, guys.